Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone. Tony's Picks look at the WNBA here for Sunday, August 31st. It's no days off for us, and it's no days off in the WNBA as we're on the stretch drive for the playoffs here. And I've got my two guys with me, Justin Stacks Mcelvy, Ron Crawford. We had a couple of games that we were interested in there on Friday night. We had a big card on Saturday we're waiting on, and we filmed this, but two more games on Sunday. We're right back at it here, but a great job, guys, on Friday. Justin brought it home. Yeah, did you think he hit that Atlanta team total over there with the 100 points? And Ron gave you the dream there in that one to roll over Dallas. So the guys brought you home a couple of winners. Ron also on Indiana there yesterday getting it done. A little bit of hijinks there at the end. Anybody could have had it. And Indiana was more clutch. I thought Kelsey Plum got a technical foul waiting to come in a game. I've never seen that before, but a foul anyway. And guys, what do you think there, Justin? Your dream putting up a century mark.
Yeah, a little feel good story, like coming back, bounce back off the loss. We had dropped that game to the Aces. I'm still not quite over that yet. 6 points in the third quarter, but I'm not talking about that. But they got there for my team total. And the Sparks, they let me down on their team. That was extremely low scoring game for what I thought. So went 1-1, but more importantly, the Dream did what they supposed to do. I didn't have a side. I just had my team total. That's what I bet. So they got there for me. So 1-1, I'll take it for my Dream win.
And Ron, the Fever, a very important win there. And for LA, we described it right. Almost must win there. It felt like for the Sparks. Now 2.5 back of Gold State. Do we have our field, Ron, or is there still something to be determined down there?
Yeah, a couple of them clinched last night. Obviously, Atlanta, we saw that one. Phoenix clinched because of somebody's win. But yeah, look at this. It's still a hot contested race, and we're looking at a big one tonight with the Fever and the Valkyries. Can't wait to see that one that we're going to talk about here in a minute. But yeah, we'll look at it. Like I said, Indiana goes into LA, gets that monkey out their back. They, three times revenge is what I was talking about on the video. And we just, I don't know. I just can't trust LA as a favorite at home. It's just not coming through. We get them as a dog. Yeah, we'll look at them. But as a favorite, they're just not doing it at home. And that's going to kill them if they get in the playoffs. That's going to kill the Sparks. So let's move on to Sunday night. We got a couple good ones.
Right, let's do it here and take a look at these. You mentioned certainly there with LA. They're going to be right back at it here, Justin. And, I guess if yesterday was a must-win, this is desperation here. Not that, they can still win these last few and easily get in there, but you got to win these. And right now, that doesn't seem like they're getting it quite done. They are 7.5-point favorites here against Washington. Total here at 171.5, Justin.
Yeah, Ron kind of killed my vibe, but it's something that I looked at and I was looking at. And against everything I always say, we don't want the Sparks as big favorites. Actually, we don't even want the Sparks as favorite. But guess what? We're going to catch the Mystics off of back-to-back. They play tonight. They play the Valkyries tonight. The ant's going to come on at the time of recording. I'm going to be on the Sparks. You're coming off of back-to-back losses. Like, it's now or never. Like, you got the Mystics coming off a second leg of a back-to-back. You need this game. The Mystics is horrible. Like, there's no way y'all can't blow them out at the crib coming off of two disappointing losses. Just lost to the Fever last night when we were watching this. About one. Rakia was in there still. You still lost. Well, I hear him blow these Mystics out. 7.5. I already got that in my pocket. I think the line's going to go north. So it's a dangerous spot trusting the Sparks. -7.5. Laying all these points. But the spread's that number for a reason. Give me the Sparks -7.5.
All right, Justin, on the Sparks here, laying the points. Yeah, we know they've been miserable at home. There's no doubt about it. We're not telling anybody anything different here, but the situation is important here for LA. And we know Washington is already pretty much toast. They really need to win them all, so I don't want to short them a little bit, Ron. They still do have an outside chance. They would have to win every game from here and need help. I believe this will be it tonight. If they do not, might be one more. But when you've lost 5 in a row, what am I really trying to figure out? They got to win them all, and here you are, a 7.5 point underdog. To a miserable team against the spread at home. So what happens here with Washington and LA?
Well, I mean, I agree with Justin because, this is a revenge game, obviously, because Washington won at Washington last meeting. But again, I can't lay it with the Sparks. So I'm going to look at the total. We didn't get over again, but now they've lowered it to kind of a 170 range, and I was saying the same thing. You get in those 179s, you might want to look away the other way under. If we can get below that 174, 175 mark, I'm going to take that over. So I'm sitting here looking at a 171 right now. I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, I think when you see this Washington team, that's going to be the hesitation on everyone to can they contribute to their end of the deal here. But I think that they can, and I think because of Sonia Citron, I'm going to go over in her threes. I'm going to go over 2.5. Actually, the 1.5 is juice. So if you can ramp it up there, if you can find that 2.5, because 1.5 where look, that's where right now. I mean, it's almost all or nothing for Citron. She's gone over 1.5 in 5, actually over 2.5 in 5 of her last 7 games. So usually she's hit 4 against the Liberty, 4 against Connecticut, 3 against Connecticut, 3 against Indiana in this last stretch. So I'm going to take her to go over 2.5. That pays plus money here tonight with Citron over on her threes. Justin says, take LA minus 7.5 here. Ron says, take the over 171 in this one. All right, now we got really another doozy here with Indiana and Golden State. Golden State, they're at home. They are a dog, but it is kind of a toss-up. And if Golden State could win this game, they'll be tied with the Fever. They'll kind of leap over Seattle a little bit. Now, Seattle is scheduled to play and win, so they'll all be kind of jumbled up. But for the Valkyries here, Ron, this is kind of the one. I mean, yes, they've done a great job. We almost tried to bury them there a few weeks ago, but they've really persevered here despite some of the woes they've had with the personnel. And this one would go a long, long way to securing that, not just 8th. They might even get 7th or 6th here, but this is the one, it feels like, for Golden State. What do you think here, Golden State and Indiana? 1.5 for Indy, 158.5.
Yeah, we talk about Indy and those unders, and saw another one last night with the Sparks. She kind of dominated that and got an easy under because it just got, it was ridiculous in that fourth quarter. I was looking at the scoreboard. I wasn't really watching it. I was watching football. But looking at the scoreboard, just nothing going. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, still in the 8. I was like, what the hell? They're not scoring at all, or what's going on here? They're missing shots, or I don't know what was happening. But you got one of the slowest paced teams with on the road is the Indiana Fever, and you got what the Valkyries do, man. They're a defensive juggernaut, one of the best, and then slowest pace as well. So it's like sitting at 158.5 right now. I would lean probably to the under in this one. We know that the under in Golden State games were like 7 of the last 8. And, I think Justin said he's on it tonight in that game with the Mystics too. So yeah, I think the under is a play here. So give me under 158.5. I think it's going to be close, I'm thinking, but it could be like in, a 79, 75 kind of game. So I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, well, look, we know Golden State's been a solid under, 5-12 to the under at home. And they're a dog here, which they're 9-18 to the under as a dog. And the one thing about Indiana, they do seem to play a little bit more towards the under when they're a road favorite. It hasn't happened as often as you might think, without Clark missing all these games here right now. But Justin, what do you think here with Indiana on the road and Golden State?
Well, we got the Valkyries in action tonight. We don't time recording. We don't know the outcome of that.
Yeah.
So, but looking into this game, everything that it looks like a Valkyrie spot. It does, but I can't get there with the Valkyries. I'm gonna be on the Fever money line. I seen the spread was -1.5. It's in my butt slip. I think I got it at 120 -127. But I ain't pushed bet yet. I kind of want to wait at least to see the first half of this Valkyries game tonight before I move on it, just to make sure, like, because if the Valkyries get bombed tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out my bet slip. So I want to kind of wait and see what the Valkyries do. First leg of the back to back tonight. Now you got the Fever. I believe this is a revenge game for the Fever. So I like the Fever. I like the Fever a lot. I don't want to lay 1.5. Not when I can get a 127 money line. It's in my bet slip, and right now it's a lean. I'll put it in the chat as soon as it come out. But most likely I'll be on the. As long as the Valkyries don't lose by like 20 tonight, or even if they lose, I'll still be on. It's got to be a reasonable loss. I'm done putting faith into this Valkyries team. They're probably going to squeak into the playoffs because the Sparks they didn't gave that away. So we still like the Valkyries first half, but give me the Fever for my pick. Fever money line -127.
Okay, and that would be crucial, for Golden State if they were to lose, and the Sparks would move just a little bit closer, especially just as the Sparks winning. Sparks may be getting back involved here a little bit if that occurs. So we'll see. Ron mentioned, of course, that under. So look, I'm going to go with Veronica Burton under 13.5 points. Now I know that she's got to have a more responsible role or more contribution because of the injury situation here, but I'm kind of thinking about what Ron is saying with the total here a little bit. Now, she has had a couple of clunkers. I say clunkers, of finishing with 11 points against Phoenix. She had 11 against Chicago. Now, she did have a big game last time out against Dallas with a 25-point outburst. She should have 24 against Phoenix. And with a lot of injuries here still for Golden State, we know not just the ones we've talked about, but once again, you're going to have Billings out, Zandalasini out, Hayes is questionable, and Leite is questionable here. But I'm going to have to go under here with Burton just with this particular matchup and the way I see the total. So I'm going to go under 13.5 points here with Veronica Burton as my play. Ron said go under 158.5 here with Indiana and Golden State. Justin said take the Fever on the road. And was it the 1.5 okay, Justin? Or did you say money line?
I'm going back to money line. The spread's -1.5. I seen the money line at -127. It's to each his own. For me, 127 cool, but for the next man, it might not be cool. But that's what I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet the money line.
Fair enough. Appreciate that. Okay, that's going to do it for our two games here on the 2-3 zone. And guys, we're in the midst of a big sports weekend for sure. And over at Tony's Picks, we're just gearing up, but there's action to be had on Sunday. A couple college games, there's Major League Baseball and more, and these two WNBA games. Ron, what's going on at Tony's?
Now I'm still 7-2 on my best bet in the WNBA. Did drop it last night with that under was 100 to 78. Didn't see that one coming. Should have just stuck with my picks on here and been 2-0. So I know you guys are winning out there, so that's good. We're still cashing for you. I know it's the end of the season. I've seen a lot of comments like, "Hey man, you guys really got us through WNBA." Hey, don't shy away, man. We're still making money. It's playoff time coming up really quick. I know you're turning your attention to football at this time. But we made you money all year, and we're still doing it. So just check in with us once in a while and leave a comment. You know, we do appreciate everybody out there, and we're still winning in the WNBA. So, and like I said, playoffs right around the corner. So get ready. It's going to be a good fall because we got college football started. NFL is going to start in less than a week. And baseball's still rolling. If anybody's out there doing baseball still, we're still doing it. So you got us.
And we'll be back tomorrow with more 2-3 zone. Justin's Atlanta Drew will be back in action. They're battling for that number 2 spot right now with the Aces, and they'll be in action tomorrow against the Sun. They better win that one. We'll also look at Dallas, Minnesota, Sparks and the Storm tomorrow on the show. Justin, what's going on for you over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I agree with Ron. Like we far from over for this WNBA. Come the 10th or the 11th, once we get a break, All we do is get suited and booted for the playoffs. Like, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to be here for the playoffs. Baseball's still in fact. We can't forget about baseball. He's still paying the bills. Speaking of baseball, I got a triple stack some baseball tonight. I got a premium baseball. I got a triple stack some football, premium and college football. I passed on the. Oh no, I didn't.
Check.
No, I got premium tonight. Matter of fact, y'all might be able to catch it. I'm on the. I got a premium in the Seattle Sky over 162 and a half for the was it Saturday? So I ain't got nothing for Sunday yet. But yeah, like pair us up. You get three sports, run through the playoffs for the WNBA, the beginning of NFL, the second week, the rest of the week of college football. Like we got you through WNBA. Let us get you through the rest of the sports. Like 15% off, 2 for 1. Like I said, like if you weary, try us out for like 3 days, a week. Then use that money and get a month. That's the way to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna have a premium tomorrow in WNBA. I'm gonna have a premium in every sport tomorrow. Colleges tomorrow, baseball's tomorrow. And I ain't the type of person when football starts and forget about baseball. We are not about to forget about baseball until it's over. So we here, just think about what we say. We say it every day, and we're gonna keep saying it every day, just like we're gonna keep giving out plays every day. So that's all I got.
Sounds great. Join us over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'll have my premium best bets over at Tony's Picks for Sunday's action, Major League Baseball, college football, WNBA, and more. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off all the premium pick packages from me, from Ron, from Justin. And don't forget, like this video and subscribe to our channel, Tony's Picks on YouTube. Appreciate all the comments in the chat. All right, guys, I got to get you back here tomorrow for another big 3-pack. So make sure you join us here. We got a matinee on Labor Day, also on Monday. So we'll be checking that one out tomorrow as well. All right, that's going to do it for Ron Crawford, Justin Spax, Mcelvy. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us. It's a 2-3 zone.
Good luck, everybody.